And Rome Business School was offering a 1-year master's for this.
Do you think studying at a private university is worth it?
But private university comes with lots of pros and cons. For a private university, you don't need a DOV. Rome, it's a bit expensive. Course costed around 6,700 euros.
Tuition fees is between the range 7 to 14 lakhs.
Yeah, no application fee for Rome Business School. India processing of DOV is now around 1 or 2 months. So if you want your admission to be confirmed,
Yes.
before your visa, you have to pay the total amount.
Okay.
So we can't pay in installments or
Okay.
anything. It's a one-time payment. But I showed around 25 lakhs during my interview phase and my application phase. There were abundance of rejections. So mostly people are considering education as return on investments. Now people mostly go to US, Australia and everything, but Italy is totally different. Few private universities are not recognized by Italian government. So we don't get the health card.
Hi guys, welcome to another video. हर बार most of my videos are for public universities, but this one is going to be special for private universities. Italy में the most famous private universities are like Lewis, I think,
Yeah,
Rome Business School,
Business
Bocconi University and some design schools. So ज़्यादातर private university यही famous है और इन्हीं में international students आते हैं. Now today's video is about the experience of Satya, who has pursued his masters in food and beverage.
Yeah, food and beverage management at Rome Business School.
At Rome Business School. So Satya, आज हम पूरा सब कुछ जानने वाले हैं. What is the difference between public and private? How is the experience of studying at a private university? How much does it cost? Are there any admission requirements? I mean, low CGPA, without IELTS possible, I know. So all the major things we are going to cover in this video, so that you make a decision based on cost, admission requirements, entrance, and go for it. So Satya, welcome to our channel.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Could you please introduce yourself, जो आपको नहीं जानते हैं?
Yeah, so hi everyone, I am Satya Gopal and I pursued my masters in food and beverage management at Rome Business School.
Yeah.
And I'm basically from Hyderabad, India. And I took up this course because my undergrad was in food science background. And I wanted to go towards the management side, so I took food and beverage management, which is actually famous in Italy because you know Italy is known for its food and beverage, and we have a lot of manufacturing units here. You know, there's a lot of wine culture here. So I felt this was the perfect course for me, and Rome Business School was offering a 1-year masters for this. So I thought, what could have been better than choosing this?
Yeah.
So this is how I came to Italy, and today we both are going to discuss more about the college and how is the life here and everything.
So my first question is, do you think studying at a private university is worth it at RBS?
Okay, so yeah, it's actually worthy, but private university comes with lots of benefits, pros and cons basically. See, the pros are basically for a private university you don't need a DOV.
Okay.
You don't need a DOV. You don't need any IELTS score. It's just going to be an interview. So if you speak good English over there, they're going to select you. So you didn't need an English proficiency test. You don't need DOV. And here the admission process was more easy because the visa process was more easy because in during visa, I guess the consulate approves more private universities than the government universities because he had paying certain amount to come to Italy. We're not coming on scholarship or anything. So since we are paying tax here and we are paying admission amount here for the university, it's more easy to get a visa here when you're coming by a private university.
Wonderful. The benefits that you shared are actually valuable.
Yeah.
Easy requirements, no IELTS, right?
No IELTS.
They conduct just a small, I think, interview. And is there any grades requirement as well?
Basic, you know, you should have more than 65%. That's the basic need.
Perfect. So academic requirements are quite low. That is the best part. All right, got it.
Yeah.
Now, how much did you incur? The amount of expenses, total खर्चा कितना किया? एक तो tuition fees में, एक आपका living expenses में और other जो expenses इसके साथ में होंगे associated.
Okay, since we are living in the city, Rome, it's a bit expensive here. Living expenses are more. Coming to the university, my course costed around 6,700 euros, which is approximately 6,70,000. It's on the fees was for my course.
Okay.
So if you choose different course in the same university, maybe an MBA, there are two types of MBAs in Rome Business School. One is global and one is international.
Okay.
So global is, I guess, 14 lakhs and international is just around 8 lakhs or 9 lakhs. So the thing is, Rome Business School gives you more exposure. You know, they'll have boot camps. So when you're paying 14 lakhs, you have to go. They'll take you to another country as well.
Okay.
So you'll have a boot camp for 3 weeks, I guess.
And they'll cover the entire expenses in
No,
this?
no, no. You have to pay for the flight
Additional.
ticket again.
Alright.
When you're here, you have to pay for the flight ticket again. So they take to China, Barcelona, Paris. So they had tie up with few companies where you have to attend classes over there for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then they bring you back here, and then you write your final exams. So you know, it's a great exposure visiting another country. You know, already Italy is an amazing country.
Indeed.
And if you choose MBA here, you can go to another country and explore for 2 or 3 weeks. So I guess that's why the fee of the MBA is more higher. It's around 14 lakhs.
Okay, tuition fees is between the range 7 to 14 lakhs.
Yeah,
I got
7
it.
to 14 lakhs.
Fortunately, your course fee is quite low.
Yeah, quite low.
Otherwise, the fees is around 10 lakh rupees, I think.
10
per
lakhs.
year, right?
Yes.
On
There are
average.
various courses. You can check the Rome Business School website where they have multiple courses, maybe 12 or 13 courses available.
Got it. Now, this is the tuition fee part portion. Now, what about the living expenses? How much you
So-
paid in total for the entire 1 year living expense?
Yeah, so living expenses coming to me, I stayed in a shared room.
Okay.
Again, it depends on you if you want a single room or a shared room. I lived in a shared room and I almost spent like 320 euros per month
Okay.
just for my rent.
Uh-huh.
And coming to groceries, you know, going out, having fun with friends, another, I'll say 150 to 200 is minimum. Means
All right.
around
600?
Yeah, around 600 you should for sure have in your bank per
Okay.
month. I would say 500 is good,
Uh-huh.
but if you go out more often, then 600 is for sure you have to have in your bank.
Okay.
Because we are living in city center as well, it's Rome.
Yeah.
Maybe if you are staying away from Rome, like Tor Vergata and all, that the expenses will
The
be.
expenses will be. Okay, so 600 into 12. How much it would be?
It could be. I'll do the math.
72.
Yeah, almost,
77,200 euros. मतलब almost 7 lakh rupees.
almost 7 lakhs.
Average में almost इतना ही आएगा, ज़्यादा ही आएगा almost. So 7 lakh rupees for the tuition fee
Tuition
part
fee.
and 7 lakh for the living expenses.
Living
part.
expenses around
Oh,
14 lakhs in a
14,
year.
15 lakhs. आप 15 lakhs ही मान लो.
15
right?
lakhs.
So in total 15 lakhs is spent to pursue 1 year masters here in Italy in a private university. Now, when you were applying to the university, did you incur any application fees?
No.
No application
No
fees.
application fee for Rome Business School.
Uh-huh.
It's free. First, you have to send them an inquiry. Then, admission person will contact you.
Alright.
He'll ask. He'll suggest you which course is suitable for you, or which course do you want. He'll suggest how is the syllabus, how is the structure. He'll explain everything. If you really like it, they'll arrange a interview with the professors.
Okay.
So if you do good in the interview, they'll select you and they'll do the admission process. They'll do everything for you. They'll send you English. So as I told you, for Rome Business School, you don't need to write IELTS or any English test. They are itself going to send you a letter saying that this candidate is good in English and he does not require to write any IELTS or anything. Where you can submit in your visa interview, which will really help actually. So and no need DOB. You know, in India, processing of DOB is now around 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time and sometimes your DV gets rejected too.
Rejected too, yeah.
That is also.
So here, if you go for a private university, you're saving almost 1 or 2 months of your life, maybe.
Yeah, that's
also
amazing.
worth.
So, have you paid anything to the university before your visa application? A part of tuition fee or something?
So if you want your admission to be confirmed,
Yes.
before your visa, you have to pay the total amount.
Okay.
So we can't pay in installments or
Okay.
anything. It's a one-time payment.
Which
So-
is 7,000 euros for
Yeah,
you.
7,000.
Okay, so-
So once you paid the amount, they'll send you all the required documents from Rome to India. With those documents, you have to book your visa slot and then attend the visa interview. It was very simple. If you're all the 10 certificates, 12 certificates, and degree certificates are well prepared and everything is good, I guess the process is very easy for private universities. But for public universities, you know, you need to do DOB, then you need to write English proficiency test for few universities.
Yes.
Then you have to get your degree stamped, and you know, there's a lot of hectic process involved in
Got it.
public universities.
Got it. And how much funds did you show for the private university?
Okay, so they're asking around 8 lakhs, 8,000 euro, which is around 8 lakh rupees now. So guarantee you have to show around 8 lakh rupee, but I showed around 25 lakhs.
Okay.
just to, because during my phase, during my interview phase and my application phase, there were abundance of rejections. So I wanted to make sure in the financial way, I wanted to be secure and
Yeah.
get the visa.
Mhm.
So I showed extra amount. But anything above 8 lakhs is pretty good, because my friends who showed around 7 to 8 lakhs also got accepted. So anything around 8 lakhs is good.
Okay. And what was your intake? Like September intake?
October
February?
intake.
October intake.
So Rome Business School have two intakes, October and April intake.
Mhm.
So my course is basically 1 year course.
Mhm.
So international MBA and different courses are 2 years. Mostly the courses are 1 year,
Mhm.
but selected courses are 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. The difference between the public and the private, which I feel is first about the term of the program. You get 1 year masters
1 year
in private universities, 2 years masters in public ones. DOV is not required in most of the private universities, but DOV is required. It's a kind of, you know, equivalence document of your Indian education as per the Italian education. It's a certificate issued by Italian embassy. So it is required in the case of public universities. But we do not need to pay any tuition fees upfront. But in your case, you have to pay the tuition fees upfront. And some people say that that the visa ratio is better in private universities as compared to the public universities. But who knows? I think it depends more or less on the interview part. I think more.
So now mostly people are considering education as return on investment. So if you're coming to Italy and you're planning to stay in Italy for your maybe for a long duration, maybe another 15-20 years, you're imagining your life here, I prefer you go to a public university because you are getting scholarship over there.
True.
And the return on investment is high. So you're coming with, you're not investing any amount, but still after graduation, if you get a decent job, you'll be the one in profit. But coming to a private university, you have to take a loan, and once you get a job also, you have to pay the loan, and you know, the return on investment is low compared to a public university.
Wonderful.
That's how you calculate a private university and a public university. This is one of the factor basically. And public university, I would suggest if you're a person who want to complete your masters very quickly, very easily, without any hardcore efforts, and maybe you want to try another European country after your masters, or you're looking for opportunities beyond Italy, then I would suggest a master in a private university, because you're done in 1 year. Then you know you can, with since we are a business school, and you know the private universities have more industrial connections than the public university.
Yeah, true.
So maybe you can use your talent and get an opportunity in another university also. But in a public university, people spend around 2 to 3 years doing their masters here.
True.
So if you're looking for a long-term vision in Italy, come here, do 2 to 3 years master in a public university, get scholarship, plan your life here. But if you're coming to a private university, come here, get your masters done quickly. Then you can look for abundance of opportunities here. You know.
All right, got it. So what are the cons of studying at a private university? Are there any cons?
Yeah, there are a lot of cons in studying in a private university also, because few private universities are not recognized by Italian government. So we don't get the health card, which is Tessera Sanitaria,
Okay.
and we don't get the discount on the Metrobus card. And since it's not recognized by any Italian government, we don't get discounts on what we call the bus cards, health cards, and these are minor cons where you have to spend a little more.
Got it. And how is the, classroom scenario? Are there Indian students, international students? How is it like?
Okay, to be very frank, here there was mix of more Italians than compared to a public university.
Okay.
Because in public university, I feel there are mass amount of Indian students, or
For some courses, yeah.
for some courses especially. But in my class, I was the only Indian, and I had a great opportunity to meet a lot of international students, know their culture. Since I was the only Indian, if there was another Indian, maybe it was just both of us sitting in the last bench. Since I was the only Indian, I had a lot of people from different country, and I really enjoyed it.
Are exams difficult?
No, exams are pretty good. If you just listen to the classes, I guess it will be easy to answer all the questions.
And how much marks are required to clear an exam? I mean, is it a 60 credit, your course?
Yeah, 60 credit course. Since
Okay.
it's a 1 year and it's a 60 credit course, so anything above 18 marks out of 31
out of 30.
is passed, just like the public university.
And what are the class timings?
Okay, so
Are classes regular?
yeah, classes we had 3 days in a week, and mine was in the evening. It was around
Evening,
Yeah,
really?
it was in the evening.
Crazy.
So it was from 6 to 9 p.m. So I used to go in the class in the evening, and morning different depends on your course and depends on the batch. So my batch was in the evening, and few other courses they're having classes in the morning.
Okay.
So it depends on your course.
Is it okay if we skip the classes and just appear for exam?
For us attendance was a minor thing. So
Right, got it.
I used to attend mostly all the classes, especially important classes. But when you have to enjoy with your friends, I guess you have to take off.
And when do you have exams?
So exams, almost every 2 months we have exams.
Really?
Yeah, every 2 months we have exams. But they're mostly like slip test, midterm exams.
Okay.
Yeah, and major exam is in the year end.
All right, I think we have covered
And,
almost
one more
pretty
thing
much.
I would say private university is very great because they have industrial connections as well.
Yeah.
Because they have internships coming for you. Because in Rome Business School, I did my internship with a Six Sense hotel. So I was doing the marketing. So you'll have your exposure, you know. So
Real exposure.
real exposure with
That
the
is
company,
smart.
and if you get lucky and if they have vacancies, they can recommend you for the position and they can give you a job. So in public university, I think you don't have this opportunity.
No, not
industrial
exposure, no.
Yeah, so in private university, I guess most of the private universities here give you industrial exposure. So this is a big plus compared to a public university. So I strongly recommend people coming here. If you have the budget, go for a private university, get the industrial exposure, get a job, and I guess that's what people are looking for.
So, in conclusion, if you have money to spend, then go with the private university. In short term, you can complete your course,
Yeah.
and then you can start looking for jobs 1 year sooner or 2 years sooner than the students who are studying at a public university. So, all in all, that is it about the differences between the public and private. And thank you so much,
Thank you so
Satya, for
much.
sharing
Thank you
your
for
thoughts
having
on
me here.
Thank you.
All the best, everyone.
Thank you.